Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you how to repair a nicked pair of scissors. So if you look at this blade, you can see in the reflections there are around here a lot of surface defects in the blade, and you can even hear it. It sounds pretty crusty because the opposing blade is always hitting these defects and it's actually making it worse over time. So we need to repair it. For this, we're going to need a flat diamond stone. These are the optimal tool for this. Because they are flat, they don't change the surface structure, and we can flatten out the backside of a scissor blade. If possible, we want to take the scissors apart. This is going to make it a ton easier. Sometimes, however, you can't. On some older scissors, then you're just going to have to make it work. But if possible, take it apart. And also a bit of water to wet the stone to transport away all the grinding dust, because we are going to do quite a lot of grinding on this scissor blade. So without further ado, let's get right in. Before we start off with sharpening, we need to check where the cutting surface of our scissors actually ends. Because if you just look at the blade, you don't know, should I sharpen until here, or until here, or until here, or whatever. Because this is all just a flat surface. So for this, we put these two on top of each other, where the screw would go. And so that we can see that the cutting surface starts about right here. This is where both pieces meet. And this is how much, I'm gonna fix it a bit until here. And this is where the two surfaces start meeting each other, and we're gonna have to sharpen it up until here. I'm now going to wet my sharpening stone. I remember basically how far I need to sharpen. Then I'm gonna put this flat down and apply quite a lot of pressure, because the blades are usually bowed this way. You should be able to see it in the camera a little bit. You can see it bows inwards so that there's pressure between the two blades and it's cutting properly. So we need to overcome that pressure by putting it a lot of pressure ourselves and dragging it from back to front. This is to make sure we don't get a flat spot. If you don't do this, and if you don't sharpen the whole surface of the scissor in one go, what you will end up doing, you will sharpen a notch. So if I would sharpen it like this, for example, I go back and forth like this. At this spot, I would get in a deeper notch, and we're gonna have to fix a lot more than just those little nicks. So always sharpen the whole cutting surface in one pass. So after a few passes, we have basically cleaned up the blade. We've removed all those tiny surface defects, and we now know where our major problem zones are, but here you can see the tiny little reflection. This is basically our major problem and what we are going to need to remove. So sharpen the whole surface evenly until this problem spot here is gone. So we're now pretty much done with the first blade. You can see I had to take off a lot of material, There's almost all of the hollow grind is gone. But yeah, that's just what it took to get it back up and running, because the nick was so deep. And this is the only way to properly repair it. There's no point in sharpening it only on one spot, because you're just gonna make the problem worse. So now we have to repeat the same step for the other side. When you get a pair of scissors to repair, it is pretty safe to assume that if you have a defect on one side of the scissor, you're gonna have the same defect on the opposing side, because even, someone drops it like this on a sharp, hard surface, and it's only going to have a nick on one side. If you continue to use the scissor, it will have the same nick on the other side, because the other blade just digs in this channel, that's in here, and it's just gonna make it worse. So continue the same on the other side until we are also done there. So this is how we look after I've also sharpened the other side. As you can see, I've taken off also quite a bit of material here. Not as much as on the other side, but you know, still quite a lot. The stone is pretty dirty because of all the grinding dust. But it looks very good now. I disassembled it. Very little pressure, like you don't need to tighten the screw a whole lot. It should be pretty easy to use. It's not gonna work better just because you tighten the screw down more and you get more force. Just to try it out, I got a piece of kitchen roll here. Let's see. Yeah, works pretty good. On kitchen roll it will be caught very easily if there are any problems, and you know, that's a good way to test it. That was already it for this video. I hope I could help you. You know, getting an old pair of scissors back up and running, it takes a bit of time and it doesn't feel quite right because you think there's such a small defect there in the blade. How do I need to remove this much material and change the blade so much? But it's just necessary. You need to grind it out completely, otherwise it will just get caught there again and ruin the blade. There's no point in doing that. And also always fix both sides, because as I said before, if you fix one side and you leave the nick in the other, it's gonna make a new one because the both sides, you know, collide. If you like the video and you learned something, then consider subscribing and giving the video a like. And then I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.